Welcome back to Everything Whiskey. I'm Callum.
I'm Sam.
Today we're having a look at the Talisker 8 special release.
Alrighty, so today we've got a relatively interesting one. So basically Diageo owns, everything. A lot of good whiskies, Talisker being one of them. If you've seen artwork similar to this on a few bottles, I wish, it's on the note I wanted to bring up, I wish that more of the artwork was on the bottle. The actual thing it came in, the container has more of it, looks very cool. Diageo does a release with all of their heavy hitters, their Lagavulin, Talisker, Mortlock is another one, where they just they have a special release. I think they're always cask strength, a different age than their usual core lineups. They've got some really cool art on the bottles and stuff. This one, I love the artwork. I just wish it was covering the bottle a bit more. Yeah. So Talisker, 8 years old, proof-wise, this is the reason we bought it, was 59.7%, so basically 60%. It is Islay, and I mean, Islay as it is already really does grab you by the collar and shake you. It's not something that's particularly kind, even when it's not cask strength, so cask strength, it's going to be particularly violent.
It was nearly made me sneeze.
Is it a sneeze or is it like, I can't tell.
I was about to say.
It is extremely pale, but it's 8 years old in Islay, so it's I think it's the colder region of Scotland. It's the island region. Is
Talisker even an island? Isn't it?
It's an island whiskey. Yeah. Yes. I don't think it's on the island of Islay. Yeah. I don't think it is technically. It's maybe. I can't really remember, but basically, yeah. Every few years, I don't think it's every year. Diageo will do this. They're often very difficult to find. I know people in America seem to never see it on a single shelf anywhere. Which is funny because here you can still buy a lot of them. Find them everywhere in any Dan Murphy's. Yeah. For a few months really before they all get sold out. Which is bizarre because normally it's the complete flip side with everything else to do with whiskey. It's weird. I don't know why. I feel like it's something to do with maybe the distribution just doesn't take into account population and size. Maybe it's just every country gets the same amount, and because there's so much less here, we get to see more. I don't know what it is, but I'm not complaining because it's the first time Australia hasn't been railroaded and given the short end of the stick. So glad we could get it. How much was it? I can't remember. It was 180 or something. 170 it was. 170, 180? It was 169 or something. It's kind of weird. I mean,
so this is 2021. Did we mention that?
Yeah. Maybe. I don't know. It's irrelevant, really. It's got this creaminess to it, which I was surprised. It's
still extremely peaty.
It's very peaty, very salty, the Islay notes.
Yeah, there's a buttercream.
But there's a buttercream behind it, right? It's a salted, creamy kind of sticky date pudding kind of note behind it with heavy cream on top. It's like a salted caramel.
Sweet peat with quite a bit of white fruit.
It's got a musky sweetness, like musk
dusted
sticks.
lollies.
Yeah, the chalky lollies, but musk sticks, the pink. I don't know, it's got a very chalky sweetness to it. It's also got a little bit of maltiness. I'm getting a little bit of mildew, which is not ideal. It's just a faint,
I'm getting more fruit.
Mildew kind of on the end. I don't know. She's not kind to your throat, but it's nice. It's got
it's sweet.
It's very sweet.
It's less briny than I thought it was going to be. Or smoky.
I mean, it's very strong and intense, but it's it's very sweet. It's it's desserty, but it's also very salty, smoky. Huh? Dessert, everyone. They're not whiskey drinkers. They immediately kick you out. It's got
super sweet.
I'm getting I was going to say it before. I thought better of it because it's so weird, but I'm getting roast lamb on the nose. I'm getting this stale gaminess. When
yuck!
I'm getting that,
yuck.
When the barbecue. When the barbecue, the next day, it always has that weird, gross kind of game. It's so faint, but it just came into my head and I haven't been able to expel it out of my brain. Yeah. So you have to suffer with me.
Now it smells like when you're eating dinner with the person that can't eat fat on a meat and they cut the fat off and they leave a pile of fat there. That's
and you clear it up the next morning and it's just sitting there. Oh.
Fruits.
It's nice. It's like actually really nice, but I just got that it's like the tiniest tinge and it just sparked a memory. It's not like an active note. I'm like, oh yeah, it smells and tastes like old lamb. Like it doesn't. It's just like something hit me and it reminded me of that. Now that I think of it, a little bit of like weird rosemary and stuff to it. I probably shouldn't add anything that will remind us any more of roast lamb though, so just forget I said that.
I'm getting like a yeastiness.
It's so sweet.
It's like a Vegemite on toast. Burnt toast with Vegemite.
Yeah, I get what you mean. That salty, yeasty kind of like with the burnt toast. Yeah, I don't know. It's interesting. Like it is very typical Talisker, but with the sweetness cranked up, and well, basically everything cranked up, but the sweetness particularly. Like really, everything else is cranked up according to like the proof being cranked up, whereas the sweetness is like a different dial. It's like sweeter than you'd expect. It's not. I don't know. It's weird.
One cool but quite useless thing that they added was a QR code that you scanned, and it brought up the phone camera and like. A book containing the imagery showed up wherever you are aiming. I like it. Is it worth $170?
Probably not.
No. I mean, especially when you get the Port Roux and distillers for like $120 to $150.
And they're like more. I mean, I think they're older.
They're sherry.
And they're also sherried, which adds like I don't know. It's like a bit more balanced and developed, I guess. This is seriously interesting, and like it being cask strength or close to, or what, I'm not really sure if it is technically cask strength. It is. It's cask strength. Probably should just read the label. It being cask strength does like it bumps it up a ton in my eyes. Like I find it much more enjoyable. It does kick you around, but it's if you're into that style of whiskey, it is good. But God, if it was like 12 years old, I reckon it would be amazing. It's just that combination of it being quite young and really high proof. It is sharp. It is sharp. And I'm glad that it has that weird sweetness to it. Yeah. Because if it was like not sweet, if it was dry and the rest was the same, it would be very sharp. It would be very like, I don't know. It would attack the hell out of you. I think if this was more developed, it could be insanely good. But you know what?
I'm glad we have it.
I'm glad we have it. I like the artwork. It's like a special edition. They don't sell a lot of them. Yeah. So it's one of those things. It's a collector. You get a QR code with a bit of random animation that does you no good. But yeah, look, if you've managed to get your hands on this, you've been able to find it and you've bought it, let us know. We haven't tried any of the other ones. I would like to try the Lagavulin.
Are they all 8-year-old?
I don't think so. I think they're all varying of age. I would like to try the Lagavulin, but I think it is in the 200s. Yeah, I'm not really sure, but
I've never seen the other one.
We might, there's a lot from Diageo. There's a ton, but yeah, look, let us know if you've tried the others, if you've tried this one, what you think, if it's worth the money or if it isn't. But if you enjoyed this episode of Everything Whiskey, leave us a like and see future episodes from us. Maybe consider hitting that subscribe button. If you do, see you next one.
Cheers.